Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the NXT Ring Report. As you see right here, Grayson Waller welcomes Braun Breaker. We know Grayson Waller been playing mental games with Braun Breaker at the last week. After Braun Breaker got hit unconscious by Grayson Waller using the Brett Man effect. Brett Man, when the Hitman did to Goldberg way back in WCW days, can Braun Breaker get some measure of revenge by being his guest on the Grayson Waller effect? We'll talk about it. As well as Zion is in action against Trick Williams. Trick Williams' buddy Carmelo Hayes is in action against Apollo Cruz in a Extreme this New Year's resolution match. Alba Fire takes on one of her enemies. Forgot that girl name, but we'll talk about it later. Also, too, we're talking about the highly anticipated return of Sasha Banks, as she thanks everybody, including the WWE front office, on their work with her as she moved forward to her debut in New Japan Pro Wrestling. We'll get to it as the Pro Wrestling Show presents the NXT Ring Report, and it starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show presents the NXT Ring Report. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Like I said, we are here. This is the first NXT of the new year. We know that NXT New Year's Evil is coming next week. But like I said, first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We thank you for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. We got a lot to get to as we talk about Grayson Waller doing the Grayson Waller effect with Braun Breaker as his special guest. We'll talk about that, as well as Carmelo Hayes is in action against Apollo Cruz. Which one of these two men is jockeying in position to be next in line for the NXT Championship? We'll talk about it, but it's unofficial with that. As well as Alba Fire versus Ias Dawn in their Screen Resolution match, but it's like a Screen Rules match. So we got a lot on our plates right here. These three matches and one big segment. So we get NXT started with this. NXT started with this. A lot of the women were you know how they go. Women are gonna be women. Well, we know that Roxanne Perez made it clear tonight that she was watching the women beat the holy hell out of each other. She made it a match official that who's gonna be next in line to challenge Roxanne Perez for her championship. We know women are coming out the woodwork gunning for a shot at Roxanne Perez in her women's championship. We know that a lot of the women want that title shot eventually, one way or another. Well, we can officially confirm that next week, which all these women going to be competing in a battle royal. I love doing battle royals on NXT. Well, all these women will earn themselves an opportunity. Whoever wins will become the new number one contender to meet Roxanne Perez at Vengeance Day next week. So, like I said, who I think the odds on favorite to win it? Either Cora J. Cora J might have a chance to win it. Her and Roxanne Perez got unfinished business, as well as Zoe Starks. So I'm looking at Cora J versus Roxanne Perez, and Cora J winning that battle royal to earn herself a shot at Roxy for her coveted women's championship, and they will probably meet at Vengeance Day in February coming up. So we'll look forward to see that. All right, as well as this, Abba Fire went against Isa Daladon, another women's match we had to look forward to. It was back and forth. This match was that every attrition. These two women beat the holy hell out of each other by beating each other to the pulp, to the brink. As you see right here, Isa Dawn trying to hit Alba Fire. Isa Dawn was the one that cost Alba Fire her shot to become NXT Women's Champion, and she did so by costing her the match. Well, Alba Fire won her match over Isa Dawn and went to the broiler room, and Isa Dawn didn't see it coming, so Alba Fire wins her match and gives herself a chance. So I'm trying to see if she's in this women's battle royal because she never got her shot. No, she's not in this battle royal. Also, too, um, we know Trick Williams, the right hand was in action. Trick Williams taking on Ison. I think Trick Williams cost Ison his match against Carmelo. Ison made sure he gets his hands on Trick. What he did, I think Trick was trying to put the finishing touches, trying to, I don't know. One minute he wants to be Muhammad Ali. I don't know. Next minute he wants to be someone from the 80s. But Trick Williams lost his match against Zion and lost it big. And Trick Williams lost in one way from flashing. Also, too, Carmelo Hayes was in action. We know Carmelo Hayes and Apollo Crews wanted to beat the holy crap out of each other. Let them settle in the ring. They did so. They settled in the ring. As you see, Apollo Crews going against Carmelo in a match. Well, that didn't take no well because Carmelo won his match over Apollo. Apollo Crews lost to Carmelo. And like I said, these are the matches right here. We tell you, Apollo Crews lost, but he did put in the effort, but he just didn't win the match. So hey, Apollo Crews lost, but Carmelo made an interesting tweet that he wanted to be next in line for the NXT title. So Carmelo Hayes had his sights set and want to become NXT champion. The only way to do so, you had to go against Braun Breaker to do it. So we just had to wait and see on that. Also, too, was in action. We know that Donovan Dijak was in action as well. Dijak was in action against Tony D'Angelo, and that didn't end well. And Tony D'Angelo, Muse, his stooge, lost the match for Dijak. Dijak will go against Tony D'Angelo. That will happen next week, as we can tell, and this is official. Dijak will take on Tony D'Angelo next week on New Year's Eve. So we'll see that match and how that will play out eventually and stuff. See how that can play. Also, too, the New Day was in action. New Day was in action. Kofi Kingston was in action against somebody tonight. I forgot who was against tonight. It was so fast. NXT be so fast and stuff. But he was in action as well. Forgot who he was in action against. But Kofi won his match. But that led to one of the schisms. Yeah, schism. I think Joe Gacy. Yeah, was Joe Gacy. Kofi and then was interrupting Joe Gacy. And the New Day saying that they want to help the tag team division and help everybody in NXT prove their game since they're in the main roster. Yeah, you can be in the main roster, but at the same time, y'all got main roster money, but y'all trying to help them and teach them to step up their game and stuff. But the New Day with that. Well, New Day put out the challenge that they want to see Pretty Deadly go through a gauntlet. And Pretty Deadly will go through a gauntlet. So the New Day, I guess, provoked the Pretty Deadly to do something. And Pretty Deadly's gonna do that. They're gonna go through a gauntlet next week against three of the best tag teams in the world. So Pretty Deadly wants to go do that gauntlet. So we'll see how that's gonna play around with New Day teasing Pretty Deadly. We know also too, Drew Gulak has been a force to be reckoned with in NXT, return to NXT. Gulak trying to mentor one of Charlie Hanks and stuff. Gulak was in action as well. He took on one of the members of America Chase U and tried to choke him off to death. Gulak trying to I guess you know how they go going on with Gulak, choking folks out, but Gulak sending a message and stuff. We know Gulak's gonna be in the corner of Charlie Hank when he takes on um Hank Walker, when he's gonna be in the corner of Hank Walker to take on Charlie Dempsey. So we'll see that match. Charlie Dempsey, the son of WWE William Regal. So William Regal's back trying to mentor his son. We'll see that coming to line soon rather than later. Also, too, next week, the Creed brothers take on Endo Sheer. So they'll take them on next week. Veer and somebody else, and the other dude. You know, the Creed brothers believe they're the best tag team in NXT. And so they got to prove it one way or another. Creeds are the best tag team, former tag team champions. So the Creed brothers getting confronted by Endo Sheer. And we'll see how that's going to play down the road sooner rather than later. So, what else? What else? And finally, the confrontation everyone been waiting for. We know that Braun Breaker was a guest on Grayson Waller's show. Grayson Waller invited Braun Breaker to the Grayson Waller effect, and they talked about Grayson Waller was trying to pick at his head and tell him to snap, crackle, and pop. Braun didn't do that. After what had happened the other couple of weeks when Braun came out there and tried to spear Grayson, and Grayson had a surprise for him, like a November surprise, and did what he did and stuff. But that was no effect, as we can tell. Like when that December surprise hit, Grayson speared Braun like it was like WCW all over again with Goldberg and Bret Hart. Well, Grayson didn't come out on top as Braun came out on top and emerged victorious. Braun Breaker looking forward to finish championship against Grayson next week. So Grayson Waller may not have the last laugh, but he might go against Braun. He's gonna be going against an angry Braun who did a senton over Braun. So there's a lot going on. We'll have to wait and see on that and how that's gonna play around next week. Next incoming championship match next week. All right. That is the end up the NXT ring report. Let's move on to wrestling hot topics. We just only got one wrestling hot topic. As you see right here, Sasha Banks, former known as Sasha Banks. She's supposed to slate to make her debut tomorrow for the New Japan Pro Wrestling's event. Well, we heard rumors that Bayley may be coming. Naomi may be coming. So Sasha Banks confirming it that she thanks WWE. She just sent multiple tweets thanking WWE, thanking WWE COO Triple H, thanking former WWE chairman Vince McMahon, William Regal, the Universe, and Sasha Banks. I think she's saying goodbye to Sasha Banks for now, but you never know. She can always bring it back. So, how they're gonna play out down the road and stuff for her. And see. Well, I mean, that's all. So they're gonna do it for the Pro Wrestling Show presents the NXT Ring Report. I've been your host, Kendrick Dick says so long. We'll see you tomorrow for the AEW Ring Report with a new look, a new design, and a new year for an all elite wrestling. Thank you all for watching. I've been your host, Kendrick Dick saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow for the AEW Ring Report. See you later.